The islands of Tahiti, a dream destination for thousands of divers in quest of the most beautiful dive sites. The warm and clear waters of the South Pacific and its abundant marine life invite the visitor to exploration. Either in the turquoise lagoons or in the open sea, on the other side of the reef barrier, nature offers here its very best.
French Polynesia is very known for diving because it's ranked #1 for reef sharks, pelagic sharks. You can see a lot of different species of sharks.
The islands of Tahiti is a true marine sanctuary, a haven of peace for the many species living in its waters. Sharks, turtles, whales and dolphins live there in harmony.
In French Polynesia, to encounter manta rays, the best islands are Bora Bora Island, Maupiti. You can also see them in the Marquesas Islands, Wahuka, for example. It's a beautiful experience to do here because the water is very clear once again, and the mantas can be very close to you at some point. So whale watching in French Polynesia is best in Tahiti and Moorea Island. Of course, you will have more people that wants to do the whale watching tours on those two specific islands because it's where you have most of the tour operators. But it's the best from all the islands because you have best chances to go snorkeling with them and to be able to see them from the boat.
Divers know that a few safety rules must be observed to ensure that the experience is a special one.
There's a regulation in place for whale watching, so the best is always to ask a professional to do the whale watching tour to be able to have the best experience. Here in French Polynesia, it's 3 dives maximum per day. Also, if you're doing island hopping, you need to be aware of the surface interval between the dives and the plane. When you're flying between islands, inter-island flights, you have to wait 12 hours minimum from your last dive to the plane. And if you're flying international, you need to wait 24 hours minimum. You can start scuba diving from 8 years old, and you can dive your whole life until 75, 80 years old, as long as you have a medical certification that says that you can. I will say in French Polynesia, you don't need to be like an expert in diving. All dives are accessible, but you need to be a certified diver. But it's not mandatory. If you're sailing scuba diving in French Polynesia, it's very important to know who you're selling it to. We need a lot of information from the divers, their level of certification, how many dives they've done in their life, when was the last dive, very important. Also, what do they need for the gear and what are they looking for. So it's important for you to know who you are selling to.